Welcome to addition law of logarithm without using table. In this lesson, I'll be showing you how to make use of addition law to group logarithm together. Let me show you how to do that. Addition law of logarithm. What does it state? It states that when two logarithms of the same base are added together, then the result is the product of the two logarithms to their own common base. What does this simply means? Simply means mathematically, if we have log s to base a plus log y to base a, we can simply say if we group the two logs together, s and y together, to a particular common base which they have the same a, that means we can multiply the log. So you can see here s times y, which gives us sy here. So sit back, let me walk you through the examples. We're going to look at the first example right now. Simplify log 4 in base 10 plus log 25 in base 10. The first thing you should check out is, are they in the same common base? If you look at this, log 4 is base 10 and this log 25 also is in base 10. That means they are both in the same common base. That means we can group them together using addition law because we have plus in between them. It means we can group them together making use of addition law. So the formula for addition law, you still remember? Good. So now we have our log 4 in base 10 plus log 25 in base 10. So if we follow the formula, this will now give us log 4 times 25 in base 10. Did you see that? Sy means s times y. You get that? That's the reason why we have this 4 times 25. So plus is what is connecting them. That's the reason why we're making use of the addition law. You get that now? Good. What is 4 times 25? 4 times 25 is going to give us 100. Good. So we have log 100 in base 10. Now, this is what you need to ask yourself. For the 100, we need to break it down. And how do we break it down? What's the base here? The base here is 10. So, if we decide to break our 100 to 10, how many 10 is going to give us 100? Wow, that is 10 times 10. And 10 times 10 is 10 in two places, which means we have 10 raised to power 2. Yeah, you're doing great. Good. So that place we have log 10 raised to power 2 in base 10. Did you see that? Good. What next to do is, if you look at this particular one now, is having raised to power, this log is having raised to power 2 here. It means we can apply power law there. Power law just says that we'll take that power to multiply the log, and so we have the 2 come to the side to multiply, and so we have this 2 times log 10 in base 10. Did you see that? And this log 10 in base 10, what will be the value? It will be 1. You remember, log raised to its own base will give 1, so we have 2 times 1, which gives 2. So our final answer will be 2. I hope you got this. Good. Let me give you the example 2. Simplify log 8 in base 2 plus log 4 in base 2. First thing you need to look out for, are they in the same common base? If you look at this, log 8 is in base 2 and log 42 is in base 2. It means they're in common base. Good. Next thing to do now is to bring them together. And to bring them together, you need to know the sign connecting them, the sign in between them. And the sign in between them here is plus. That means we're making use of addition law there. Good. So we have the addition law formula. You know that already. Good. So we have our log 8 in base 2 plus log 4 in base 2 to give us log 8 times 4 in base 2. You see that? Good, you're doing great. So what is 8 times 4? That will give us 32. So we have log 32 in base 2. Good. Now the next thing you need to ask yourself, do I need to break this 32? Definitely yes, you need to break the 32. Look at the base we have here. We have base 2 here. So how many times are you going to break this 32? If you divide the 32 by 2. So let's make use of short division to do that. 32 divided by 2. Let's take the first digit, which is the 3 first. 2 in 3, that is 1. 2 can go in 3 one time. Then remainder 1, write the remainder on top. Then the next thing is take this 2 now to make the remainder on the top. So we have 12 there. 2 in 12, that will give us 6. Well, 2 times 6 will give us 12. So the next thing, what can go in 16 again? 2 can go. So we write 2. 2 in 16, that will give us 8. 2 can go in 8 again to give us 4. 2 can go in 4 again to give us 2. And then what can go in 2 again? 2 can go in 2 to give us 1. So if you look definitely through, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That is 2 in 5 different places. It means for our 32, we can say we have 2 raised to the power 5. You get the idea. Good. So for our 32 now, we have log 2 raised to the power 5 in base 2. You're doing wonderfully. Next thing will be for us, if you look at this 2 is having raised to the power 5. That means we can compare that with the power law. If we apply power law there, all we need to do is to just transfer the 5 to the side to multiply the log. And so we have our answer. And so we have 5 times log 2 in base 2. Did you see that? Good. So what is log 2 in base 2? That will definitely give 1, because log raised to its own base will be 1. So we have 5 times 1 there. And what is 5 times 1? That will give 5. So our final answer here is 5. You can see how simple it is to make use of addition law to work out logarithm by grouping them together.